Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nastygram RPG podcast. This is the Ithaca project, 11th Law, Apotheosis.
Heart is the poison to the heart of a cynic. Redemption.
Atticus opens Fritz Zwickie's personal journal and begins writing. Journal log, June 10th, 1940. While this journal may not be mine, I have temporarily inherited its burden. Right now, as I scrawl these words across the page, my colleague, Officer Buckholz, is hunched over Fritz Zwicky, the author of these previous notes. Buck, as we call him, is performing field surgery on Zwicky after he was shot by my other associate, Agent Slater. Zwicky, not in his right mind, attacked us as though we were Hitler himself. In retrospect, unknowingly tripping the alarm, in the way in, we must have given him a great shock, pushing him into some heightened state of paranoia. My compatriots are afraid, as am I, but for different reasons. They fear the knowledge this man possesses and its inherent danger for the world. I fear a world without it, an America without it. Zwicky's life now hangs in the balance, and with it the scales of war. I think he's waking up, which is a godsend. Without his knowledge, we could be months, possibly years behind the Germans, who by all accounts have already found the way to the other side, as they have certainly found their way here.
Welcome back to the Ithaca Project. Possibly for the last time, I am Josh, and I will be your handler.
And I'm Matt, playing the sleep-deprived Sergeant Dr. Gilbert Herbert Buckholz.
Hey, this is Devin. I am playing Audrey Ann Pearson, the not dead, not yet insane FBI attorney.
And this is Jake playing Alan Slater, the Slayer.
Hi, everyone. This is Dan playing Dr. Atticus Kane, the obsessive scientist.
Got a lot to obsess about, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And, boy, Zwicky just threw something at you.
Threw a curveball.
Pretty heavy.
You know, I've been thinking, like, what does Alan Slater do after this is over? What's the rest of his life look like? And now I'm kind of like, I guess I don't need to worry about that. It's probably not something that's a concern.
This might very well be the last episode. And, I mean, nobody's safe.
Yeah.
Especially not these Germans, am I right, boys?
Mm-hmm.
Germans, NPCs.
I just
PCs.
raised my unarmed combat from a 0 to a 3, so watch out.
Let's go.
Dr. Kane, you are looking at Zwicky as he says this, and you're pouring immediately. Your mind just starts going back through this journal you've been reading and what he's been telling you. And you have this framework in your head, what he's saying, this idea that dark matter, dark energy, being the same thing, being tied to life, life being a doorway, death being a connection, about energy and resonance and things that could happen naturally by random occurrence, things that have happened, things that humankind never understood or explained. The ideas that these paintings, this mythology, that religion maybe, that miracles, that everything might be tied somehow to these interactions. Maybe the past, these people that had great powers. You think about Joan of Arc. You think about the witches burned at the stake in Salem. You think about Jesus Christ. You think about these things as Zwicky told you, as your mind flitters through these pages that you've looked at. Now pages flittering in your mind. And what he tells you that you need this to face them, and that death will open the door.
Fritz, there is no one here more than me that wants to make sure that the Nazis are stopped. I have loved ones in Europe. I know that I brought you here for safety. I convinced you to come. What you're asking, Fritz, I don't know if anyone here is prepared to make that sacrifice.
If not, we will all make the sacrifice. In the hallway, Slater and Buckholtz are talking. You hear the excited voices of Kane and Zwicky, maybe going in and out of German and English inside. And up above, Pearson, as you're tuning this radio, the crackling of static, and your eyes lock on this dark sedan parked outside the gate. Give me an alertness roll.
In our
force point.
Yeah, in our last little downtime or our home scene, I gained 1 point of alertness.
Did it help?
Sad look on his face.
I rolled a 99.
Oh.
Is that
Problems.
What is that again?
Never mind, maybe there's no car there. Your heart just jumps a beat, and you kind of get tunnel vision. It just collapses down, and all you see, you're just staring at this car, and your mind is running through the truck out there, everything that's in the truck, you up here, them down there, and you're just locked. You have this moment of just hyper focus, and you kind of go almost black for a second. What do you do?
She's going to be too slow getting downstairs. She leaves the cane leaned up against where she was working on the radio, and she just walks towards the door. She throws it open as she's drawing her pistol, and she aims as much as she can towards that sedan and fires a shot.
Okay.
Wow.
Give me a firearms roll.
Aggressive.
She's just trying.
From my own personal experience.
Raise the alarm.
She assumes that no one is in it, but she's just going. She's crazy. But the gunshot to alert and maybe alert anyone else down there that she means business. 11.
Okay.
Firearms.
You are fucking crazy with the firearms.
Annie Oakley.
You push open the doorway, and you take 2 shots, and you pinpoint the windshield from 150 feet.
That's insane.
And then you turn, you take 2 steps back, and you point the gun down the stairwell, and you rip 2 shots down. Down below, you hear Buckholtz and Slater. The machinery, we didn't go over this, but Zwicky was running machinery when you guys came in. And I would have assumed, obviously, you set everything back to default. The dam is loud.
Yep.
You're not going to hear a gunshot from up above.
Yep.
But you hear a gunshot impact down the hallway. You hear the distinct crack of 2 shots impact. Slater, you hear the 2 shots. Buckholtz, you hear the shots. Kane and Zwicky inside do not.
Buck is immediately going to reach for his pistol and open up the door into the room that they're in. Both of you, keep fucking quiet. There's gunshots. Slam the door.
Slater starts running up the stairs to where Audrey went.
Okay.
And Buck is also going to grab the shotgun that I'm sure is probably laying around down there. Unless, you have your pistol, right, Annie?
Yeah, I think I'm going to roll luck if she brought the shotgun up. Nope. Her shotgun's downstairs.
Yeah. Thought you
Is
were
it an
moving
actual
some-
mechanic?
No.
Okay, cool.
She
I like
was sort of, that was part of her equipment coming in here. But just to see if she sort of, in her rush, she didn't think to strap it on.
I think Slater has his pistol, but his rifle is probably wherever that shotgun is, wherever Buck's, wherever our guns are. So as I start running upstairs, I yell, "Grab my rifle!"
All right, Buck, the shotgun and the rifle are both in the room in there where you guys have been. You grab the two of them. Slater's a step ahead, already down the hallway, and Buckholz and Slater exit the door, slamming shut behind them, leaving Kane and Zwicky inside. Zwicky looks at you and says, "Atticus, they will be killed. You must protect this. It is more than me. It is more than you. It will give you something."
Atticus takes his hand and looks at him squarely and says, "All right, Fritz.
Drag me. Help me.
Show me how." I put my arm under his, I put my shoulder under his arm, and I lift him slowly and start making our way to the door.
Okay. You help him up, and you start moving. He's talking to you frantically, now all in German.
I'm like snapping back questions as well, trying to follow his train of thought.
He's describing to you that everything is set, and describing to you what has to be turned on, in what order.
Yep.
Where he needs to be.
Okay. We start moving, making our way to that point. My questions are going to about the damage that I saw to the machines and whether it can withstand another use. I think that's probably what the bulk of our conversation is. All excitedly in German.
This will be it. There was one test. The rest, the generators will be destroyed.
Idea. Instead of you getting superpowers, what if you put Admiral Purrington on there?
Love it. Make him into what's the He-Man's cat called?
The cat was your sensor. We're gonna get into initiative order.
Sure.
What's everybody's dexterities?
10. We've got a lot of 10s.
We've
except
got,
for
I think Audrey is at 11.
11 for Pearson. She did track in college.
Doesn't Buck have 12?
Buck's 12.
Yeah.
12,
Stolf
11,
Lundgren.
10, 10. Come on.
That's right.
Those muscles aren't just for show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dolph have a little bit of a? I'm sorry. Does Buck have a little bit of a sweat going up? Is his temperature up?
Always.
Nice.
Constantly glistening.
Was Dolph ever not sweaty?
It's no.
Really, you should have my role because he's also got PhDs in.
Does he really?
He's got 3 PhDs or something.
Oh, wow.
We put Buck and we put the doctor both on the platform, and they fuse into
Dolph Lundgren.
The actual Dolph Lundgren.
I am complete.
Okay. Back up at the top, Audrey. You take those.
Buck's at the top, right?
The top of
Sure.
the dam.
Sorry.
Up above.
Physical top.
Audrey, you snap those shots without even consciously going through the thoughts.
Sure. Training.
Just crit success, knowing what a firearm, what you need to do to accomplish what you are trying to do. You move back to the doorway. 2 shots crack into the side, the housing of this structure atop the dam as you approach the doorway, rip into the side. And you kind of duck right back into cover. You don't know if they heard you. You hope they did, but that's it. Buckholz, you are running. You've got the shotgun and the rifle. Slater is ahead of you. Slater, you're running down this hallway, and you realize as you come down, you see one of the round impacts at the base of these stairs. The stairs going up to the control tower. You have a guess as to what happened, but you also know that I'm pretty sure that door at the end of this hallway is open.
Ooh. Okay.
Unless, do you think you shut it? I mean, you weren't in a rush. When you left the truck, do you think you shut that door behind you? I mean, up to you.
I'm going to roll.
Okay.
Low, I shut it. I rolled a 2, so the door is shut.
Okay. The door is shut. What are you doing?
I stop at the bottom of the stairs, and I yell up to the stairs, Audrey!
They're here.
All right. I'm going to wait here for Buck and Audrey, and then I assume we're all going to go to the door, but I'm going to wait at the bottom of the stairs for them.
Bottom of the stairs.
Yep.
Okay.
Like facing that door.
Buckholz, you catch up, sprinting. You're uninjured, holding rifle and shotgun, and you catch up to Slater, standing at the bottom of these stairs. You hurriedly pass him the rifle, and Slater, you chamber around. And what are you doing, Buck?
What's the plan?
They're here. They're outside. Don't know how many. We got to stop them. We got to stop them from getting to that truck.
That's it. Where's it parked?
Right in the lot, inside of the fence. Gate's locked. Doesn't mean they couldn't go through it. I doubt I left the keys in it, but
The truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you did cut the fence open.
okay.
The fence is cut. You shut the gate again. So here you are in a prime defensive spot, but the truck is outside of it.
I don't know if I've been up to the room where Audrey is right now. If I know if you can see the truck from there.
That's where we broke in.
You might be able to see a portion of the roof of the truck, but you probably can't.
Okay.
It's below, like I said, that opening, it kind of ramps down to it. And I think you backed the truck pretty much as far down as you could. So from the control tower, maybe you can see like a little canvas of the top, but basically that's in defilade. You're picturing it in your mind, your soldierly mind, that open gravel field, but you also don't know where they are. You have no idea, and Audrey don't know either yet.
I think we need to go out there. We got a good defensive position here, but doesn't mean anything. They could come from any direction. There's too many entrances to guard. Plus, they've got the truck. They've got all the information. If we just sit in here, they take it.
It's your show. I'll follow you. Buck will rack the shotgun, see how many rounds he's got in it.
You didn't come down?
No.
No. Wait here.
Back up to Pearson. You hear a crack of a rifle round impacting on the outside of the structure. The doorway is still open. You're tucked behind it. There's no windows on that side that face there.
Okay.
The only way to see is to look through the doorway.
Okay, that was my thing. I was going to sort of check my lines to see if the only way that someone could shoot me is through that door. She just yells, "Al!"
You hear him coming up the steps.
She is going to. You described when we first entered as there's things in this room that someone could hide behind.
Yes.
She is going to sort of lunge over to cover as quickly as possible. And she reaches into her pocket. Her hands are shaking. And she has this little wallet. She opens it up and there's a little bag there. And she just takes it and pours something under her hand.
Outstanding.
Nice. A little bump.
Wow.
I think that gives him 1 point of celerity for the encounter.
And she crouches down in cover. She clicks the release and pulls out her magazine and checks how many bullets she has. She racks it again.
Okay, you're behind. There's a half wall around the staircase. The staircase opening faces the same way as the door, so you kind of move back behind it.
Sure.
Now, if someone came in the doorway, you'd have cover.
Yep.
You also couldn't get back to the stairway without exposing yourself.
Okay. She's going to hold there. She
You
can
hear
hear
another
the footsteps.
shot crack.
Okay.
You realize that you know what suppressing fire is, in theory.
Yep.
Maybe you've never sat under it, but they're clearly taking shots at this house, and you know they can't see you.
Okay.
So we will go back up to kind of go back into order here. Meanwhile, Kane, you have a 10, right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, Kane, you are moving Zwicky. You get up to the control area that he set up. He's pointing it out to you. He's explaining the order.
I'm hitting switches as I go.
Okay. You hear things start, generators coming online, coils heating up, these additional kind of arcs. You realize basically what you're doing is you're overpowering the entire dam. You're using all the power this thing can generate. And now you're turning on these different, basically, energy resonances, different frequencies. There's 7.
Okay.
And you're going through one at a time. And he's explaining what to do. And you're working through this process. Buckholz, you're at the bottom of the stairs. Slater already went up. What are you doing?
Do I hear what's going on behind me?
You hear energy racking up. And you hear a crack of an explosive coming from the other way. Down towards the end of the dam, the door coming in.
I'm gonna yell up the stairs after Slater. They're coming in the other way! I'm going! And I'm gonna take off that way.
Okay. As you start moving down the hallway, a cat sprints past you, running away.
That's bad luck.
And this black cat crosses in front of your path and runs down this corridor. As you start moving forward, you kind of round it. The whole dam has a slight curve to it, and you get to the point where it starts ramping up, and you kind of smell it first, and then you see a little bit of a smoky haze, and you see sunlight coming in, and you see movement of a silhouette at the doorway, and that'll be it for you. Pearson, back up top, you hear the footfalls on the stairs coming up.
She, in her heightened awareness, is just waiting. She heard the suppressing fire. She made her move. She's hoping what they think is that they've sort of pinned her down. All she does is just pokes her head up a little bit and swings the pistol out, and she's going to take the aim action. If anyone walks through that door, they're getting 2 in the chest.
Okay. Buckholz. I'm sorry, Slater.
So Slater comes up the stairs quickly. And I see Audrey sort of like taking cover from the
Yeah, so you kind of come up the stairs. The doorway is ahead to your left. You kind of pan around the room. You see Audrey braced behind you, her hands on top of this half wall, aiming at the open doorway. You hear another round impact the outside of the structure.
So there's not really like any windows to see where those rounds are coming from.
Only the doorway on that
Okay.
side that faces down the dam.
All right, and
There's windows, the whole side.
on the dam, on the water side.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So I see that she's covering the door, so I move to the door,
Okay.
like right up to it, and kind of look around the corner.
Take a little turkey peek.
Yeah.
Give me an alertness roll.
Her eyes are wide as she's looking at you.
Failed. 79 over 70.
Okay.
Oh my god, mark it.
I'll mark it. I don't think we're gonna have another chance to resolve.
You got a point in the epilogue.
You are kind of furtively peeking out. You see nothing. Peek again, kind of slicing. Back in the generator room. It's unbearably loud now.
Fritz! Fritz, what do you need me to do?
It's almost ready. Atticus, help me down the center of the platform.
Atticus scrambles over to him and helps him down like the 10 steps down the catwalk, like steel steps. We can't hear anything over the drones of the machines and whirring, and he brings him over to the platform.
Okay. It's going to take you the round to basically get down there. Back up to Buckholz. Buck, you are in this corridor. There's cover along the sides. There's, piping and conduits. There's some side rooms, and there's motion. It looks like they used some sort of charge. They blew open the man door. The roll down door is still closed. What are you doing?
I'm gonna dip behind some cover along one of the walls, and having the shotgun up, I'm going to use the aim action and wait for a clear shot on whatever it is just blasted its way through.
Okay. Pearson, you see Slater peeking.
Al, what are you doing? Go downstairs. Help Buck. I got the door.
You sure?
You can get there faster than I can. Go. And she's going to just fire off a round through the door. She wants her ideas, let them think that we're still up here, and give Slater some time to go down. Keep their attention on me.
Okay, tied with you. I'm going to give Slater some heavy cover, but he has been peeking. So, how does cover would subtract from their skill?
From their skill, right?
Right?
I think so.
A penalty.
Okay, so the 60 became a 20. 40 for cover. 23.
Oh.
As Audrey says it, you turn back to her, and a round rips through the doorway. You hear the crack past your ear, and it smashes into the back of this room.
Fuck!
Meanwhile, Audrey takes 2 shots. Boom, boom! You reloaded when you got back around that cover, right?
I did.
Okay. 5 rounds left in there.
Yep.
Slater.
I take that opportunity to, I do as she said. I'm gonna run for the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to run back down to where Buck was.
Okay. Kane, you get down to this platform. You realize there's a couple positions, and you realize that there is energy conduits. And Zwicky says, and there's some controls on one side, and he says, I tested, but and put me here. I will hold this. When you throw those switches, ein, zwei, zwei.
Understood, Fritz.
This first will activate the final charges. The second will send me. The third will open for you. Goodbye, Atticus.
I hug him fiercely and then run to the other side of the platform.
Okay. Buckles. You see motion through that door. Take a shot. Minus 20 because of range and cover.
But plus 20 because of his aim. So he gets a straight up.
Flat roll.
Flat skis?
That's right, Audrey Pearson, rules lawyer.
Love it.
That's a good intro. If only there was another episode after this.
This is success.
Success?
Yep.
Okay.
With a shotty?
Yep.
With a shoddy.
Probably
Dear
does a little
Lord.
bit of damage.
It's a one tap, Josh. It's in the book. It's in the book. Rules lawyer.
It does with the range. I'm assuming you got buckshot in there. Buckshot?
We're all Devin and I saw it when we left it alone.
Cut that. That's stupid.
Cut. Rain, do you know what page the fucking weapons are on? I know it wasn't
Consult the
super
rules
easy
lawyer.
to find.
What are you looking for? Hand-to-hand weapons? Tear gas,
47.
pepper spray? Firearms? 97.
Damn it. I made an arbitrary guess.
Looks like a shotgun firing shot. Base range 50 meters. Damage 2d10. Full damage up to 20 meters.
2d10.
2d6 from 21 to 50 meters. 1d6 beyond.
2d6.
Cool. Makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah, range. Longer range, it does less.
These guys are unbelievable. Where are they from? Meters?
Finally, we see
Canadian?
Dolph Lundgren fire a shotgun. We've been
What's a
waiting for
meter?
that.
What's a meter? Are we swimming?
Oh, snippity snap. That's double fives.
Oh,
One tap.
He'll get back up next turn, though.
That's true.
T1000.
Okay. You shoot. You think you hit something. You see a shape move in front of the door, and you see an arm whip and then fall back.
Thrown. Grenade.
Something comes clattering down the corridor.
I'm not there yet, right?
He's 11 meters away.
Up top, Audrey.
They're shoot. Okay. Fine.
A figure
Ooh.
bursts through the doorway with shocking speed.
Oh, God, no.
You got the jumper.
I'm shocked. You know what? I'm on cocaine. It's straight up, straight roll.
Take a shot.
I can attest.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
Man.
Are there actually rules for cocaine? Are you serious when you say it's a straight roll?
No.
No, I was just joking. Unless it has some sort of mechanical advantage. It can stave off exhaustion and stuff like that. I got a 35 over 30. The firearms.
Man.
You missed. Wow.
Unless my aim is still
In effect.
in effect.
It would be, but your opponent dodged.
Ah.
Can you dodge a firearm? you can if you...
Are
you
super
have
fast.
superpowers? If you have
You can
celerity.
if you're the handler and it's your character.
You can if
Can
you
you
have
dodge a
celerity
wrench?
too.
Fucker.
This figure flashes through the doorway.
Instinctively, just 2 shots come out.
You shoot right through the doorway, and you almost, for a moment, think you hit it. And then you realize the figure dove through and is right around the corner of this half wall, dove and rolled on the ground right in front of you.
Oh, God.
Slater,
Where am I?
you get to the bottom of the stairs.
All right. What do I see? Do I see a grenade?
You come out and you look to your right,
Is it one of the German stick grenades?
and you hear a shotgun go off out of sight.
Okay.
As I think I described that, Buck ran around the turn of the dam.
Okay. I'm going to go down to that corner.
Okay. You start barreling down
Yeah.
the doorway. Dr. Kane.
I hit 2 of the large levers, and I look back over to Fritz for a last look before either it kills me or he dies.
You see his eyes glistening, and he's kind of like half collapsed, and you see his hands locked onto these 2 copper pieces, and he just nods.
I
And
hit
his-
the last one.
You see his body lock, his head throw back and snap. You see electricity pour through him and out and kind of slam into you. And you explode into stars.
Yeah, that checks out.
What?
What?
I was looking at
What?
We are Stardust.
Buckles, you see motion ahead of you. You see movement through that doorway, and you see a stick-shaped object rolling, clattering down the corridor. It's about less than 10 meters away from you. What do you do?
This cover that I dove behind, is it hard or soft?
It is hard, but not complete. You could try to dive into a side room if you have time. You know this is a grenade.
Yeah.
You could try to dive into a side room and get full cover. You're going to expose yourself dashing towards it. You can hunker down where you are and receive some benefits of the cover, or you can expose yourself and try to take a shot at whoever's moving through.
I think I'm going to try to move backwards away from it, sort of dive back behind some other sort of cover. Not necessarily, I don't want to leave this hallway in case this thing can get through and past. So just backwards away from it.
Okay. Demolitions. artillery.
Are you looking for damage on a grenade? I already looked it up.
Yeah.
There
Yikes.
isn't any. It just has a lethality rating.
Lethality rating. That's
So,
cool.
let's see.
Is that like a percentage chance?
It's
that
on
you just
page
die?
98, but it says grenade, skill athletics, base range 20 meters, lethality 15%, kill radius 10 meters.
Oh my lord.
What does that mean?
Not sure.
Math.
Okay. I'm going to roll lethality.
If it's under 15, then you got problems.
For real? You just die? Is that really how it works?
I see a 6. So unless it's just a straight 6.
It's a double 6.
Okay.
66. So actually, German steel handgranates are considered offensive grenades because you can throw them further. However, they have less fragmentation. Grenades used for defense are better, higher fragmenting. You can't throw them as far. You are generally often inside of the damage radius when you throw it, depending on your skill. So you duck behind this thing. You get the blast just rips. Give me a Constitution. I'm sorry. Yeah, we have Constitution, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Con times 5.
Give me a con times 5 roll.
I want to be under my con times 5, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
So, my distinguishing feature of Constitution is that Dolph Lundgren is physically fit. So he rolled a 41 under 65 for success.
Damn
Dang.
boy. All right. You shake it off. Your ears are ringing, but you think you are physically whole. Pearson, you're crouched behind this side wall.
Yep.
Just took 2 more shots at the doorway. And this figure, you're almost positive, despite the disbelief in how fast it moved, it's right around the corner, 2 meters from you.
She sort of falls backwards on her butt and her back, and she just looks, and you just hear boom, 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 click, 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 click.
The figure comes around the corner as you shoot. Give me a firearms roll.
Here we go. Come on. Yeah.
14 under 30.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
The last one was a
Heavy
fluke.
pistol, D12.
Okay. Niner.
Dear Lord.
This figure flashes forward on all fours.
Oh, I hate that. Don't.
Nope. That's awful. That's so awful.
You hear a scrape as the blade in his hand scrapes against the floor. He comes around the corner, and you take a shot, and it just hits low in the hip, and he spins and rolls with his momentum past you and smashes into the wall at the end, just to your side. I mean, you're right there together. Slater, there's an explosion in front of you of a grenade.
Okay.
As you come running around the corner, you see Buck in cover, you see smoke, and that's about all you can see.
Okay. I hit the ground right in the middle of the hallway,
Yep.
and I aim down the hallway.
Okay. Atticus.
Am I everywhere?
I wish they sent a poet. Reality unwraps around you, and you experience the universe. You see, it's as if the world up to now had been looking at a black and white photo in a frame on a wall. You put on VR goggles. It's that much of a paradigm shift. You see the molecules that make up your body. You see the essence of Zwicky tear apart and enter this place on the other side of where you were, which is full. You see it coagulating, pulsing through these channels, through this energy. You feel it flow into you, out of you, be you, through you. You are gone and there and everywhere. You're aware for a moment of everything around you. There are 8 people around you. There's two people fighting for their lives somewhere what you would used to call above you. Down the corridor, there's 4 people. Beyond, there's another. You feel what is coming into you also, and what is leaving Zwicky strong in 2 other places. Aware of it, entities. You feel it come into you, and you feel sentience, thoughts, life. You think suddenly you see flashes of Zwicky, of his life experiences. A million frames a minute coursing through you. Give me a sanity roll.
We know how well I do with these.
We're way past.
You really sure you've never done acid before? Because that's a pretty apt description, bro.
That's actually the research he did for this session, was to drop acid.
Well,
If you pass, 1d20. If you fail, 2d20.
I need 2d20.
Whoa.
What's your breaking point right now?
39. Okay, all right. 15. 14, excuse me.
14.
On 2d20. That's good thing it's not D&D.
Yep.
Yeah.
14. 48. 38. Back below your breaking point
Correct, sir.
again.
I can't make a sanity check to save my life. Literally.
You're not dead, bro.
No.
No, you're just going to be a non-player
wish you
character.
were.
Yeah.
You think Dr. Manhattan was sane?
Hang on. Let's see your character sheet.
I just erased my
He's going to take it.
turn.
You're an NPC now.
He just rips it. Everyone, he just ripped it in half.
You burst into stars.
Your character sheet dissolves like the blood in the wind.
You see 4 nerds sitting at a table.
You feel deeply connected.
You
with
see another one quite distant, but still close.
Josh is making a lot of edits to that character sheet.
Yeah.
Is this the first character sheet nastygram?
Okay. Dan, I've made some modifications to your character sheet.
Okay.
Anything I've changed is starred
Okay.
for your
Alright,
statistics
starred.
and your skills. And I put them under your motivations and mental disorders. There's 2 other
2 new mental disorders.
disorder, ability, call it what
Okay.
you will.
All right.
Genius, madness, whatever you want it to be.
My genius was always a gift and a curse.
Okay. Buckholz.
Yeah.
There's movement through the smoke. A figure comes running. A bleeding, tall, blonde figure with an MP40 in his hands. And he comes around, swings the submachine gun, and points it in your direction. What do you do? You have some cover right now. You can make a dodge roll to get under heavier cover, but that will be all you're doing. Basically duck and covering, or basically hold where you are and fight back. Or whatever else you want to do.
I'm going to duck and cover. I got to hold this position, and me just blasting with a shotgun around the corner isn't exactly going to...
Okay. Give me a dodge roll. I'm going to...
fail.
Okay. Just by taking the action, I'm going to give you a bonus on your cover. However, a 19. Rounds just start ripping. And you feel heat in your arm. Take 2 hit points.
Okay.
Pearson, this figure across from you grits and lunges towards you with the knife.
I'm going to fight back.
Okay. Melee combat.
I fail. 53 over 41.
51 over 50. This figure just springs into you.
She throws the gun at him.
Okay. It sort of just momentarily throws his kind of coordination to the side, and he hits you and kind of rolls to the side. The knife sort of pinned against his own body against the wall, and then starts pushing towards you and grappling, moving on top of you. The figure is not huge, but it's just moving so quickly.
Okay.
Slater, you sight in as this figure comes running down the hallway. At first, you can just see kind of swirling smoke. Maybe you see something, and then you see muzzle flashes.
Okay.
Take a shot.
Yep.
Give it to me.
All right. I was aiming.
Give you -10 for the smoke concealment,
All right.
but +20 for aiming, so plus
right.
10 net.
Success. 31 if it's opposed.
31 not opposed.
Nice.
D12 plus 2, I believe, for the rifle.
That's it.
That's an 8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah, I was a.
Okay. You are prone in the middle of this hallway, right?
Correct.
Okay. The figure you are firing at drops in the smoke. You see the muzzle flashes go out. And then you see more movement. Another figure passed. And you see another muzzle flash. I'm going to give you +20 because you are prone plus with some smoke. This is a 60 firearm, so 40. 20.
Oh, this could be it. This could be it for Mr. Slater.
7.
Ooh. I believe I'm unconscious.
Oh my god.
Because I was
God.
at 8.
At 8.
So that puts me down to 1.
Okay. You're unconscious.
Or dying? How's
You're unconscious.
unconscious?
Machine pistol, second one. Rattles.
Brutal.
Atticus.
Got
You
options.
look around. You're in the platform. Fritz, what Fritz was is gone. He's still with you, in a way. Everyone is with you in a way.
Okay.
You
Good to know.
feel Slater's pain. You feel Audrey's desperation. And you look to the side and you see that sluice gate. You see a water drop fall. And you see it barely moving down. Dot, dot, dot. And you watch it for a second.
I imagine in this state of being that I'm in, I think about this for a few moments and try to wrap my mind around time slowing. And in that same instant, understanding that time kind of stacks, that everything happens in one moment. And while he's considering that, he's also considering being there for Audrey. And I think that's what happens.
Okay. You feel everything that's happening, and you kind of blink slowly and pass through this place. Buckholz, machine pistols rattling ahead of you. You feel the sting in your arm, and you hear grunt from behind you where Slater's shot rang out. You see another figure firing a silhouette through the smoke ahead of you. You're close. It's moving forward, maybe 15 meters away.
I'm
Getting
gonna,
closer.
I'm going to spin out slow motion style from around my cover, my muscles glistening, that the rip in my shirt where the bullet has gone through, and as I rack the shotgun, you can see the muscles on
Matt,
bucks.
you never do this before you roll, bro. Come on. You know.
Hey, this might be his last action.
Yeah. They got grenades, bro. We ain't making it. You're already dead. You give me one moment of glory for him.
You roll the dice before you make that epic description.
Let Matt slow down time a little. You know?
Yeah. This is his last moment in life. Racks the shotgun, comes around the corner, and fires off a round with a 64 under 65.
Holy shit.
Charlie.
You see this figure burst, and as it kind of comes further towards the smoke, he sees you, and he starts to swing the machine pistol towards you, and you come out Dolph Lundgren, just glistening. Level the shotgun.
Yeah.
2d10 damage.
Oh, shit. That's a 10 and a 9. 19.
Oh
my lord.
Shit.
The best part is I rolled 2d6 because last time and they were both 1s. I was like, oh, 10's cool. I'll roll that.
Yeah, you're in close range, buddy. You hit this figure high center mass, and it just flies back into the wall and collapses in a heap.
I don't like how he keeps saying it.
He. That one was he. Audrey, you're rolling on the ground. Your eyesight just collapsed down. Your heart rate pumping. This figure pushing down on you. The knife scraping along the wall as it tries to get towards you. And the only thing you see beyond it, and it's not even real for a moment, you see Atticus.
Her eyes are wide.
And standing right above you. What do you do?
She sees this, and if I can slow down time for a moment, she doesn't think it's real. She knows that Atticus is downstairs, but she sees him, and she sees her father, she sees Rosie, she sees her brother, she sees her sister, and it's that she is fighting for her life as it flashes before her eyes. Her hand, as she was rolling, plunges into her jacket pocket, and she pulls out a little pen knife, and as it flicks open in one motion, she comes back with another motion and thrusts up into the belly of this assailant.
Okay, nice. Opposed melee combat.
Fail, 72.
Success 2.
Would have been easy to
Would've been
beat.
easy.
Would have been easy.
Yeah.
Would have been an easy kill.
The knife, you feel heat in your side.
It's a lightsaber.
4 damage. As it slides in.
She shrieks in pain, but
Slater,
she's still up.
everything goes black.
I bleed.
Atticus, you didn't get here, you're just here, and you feel the knife push in. You're aware of the space. It's so sharp, and yet you see it close, and it's just this blunt path of molecules pushing across, pushing away other molecules. You see it push through. You feel it. You feel blood exiting. You feel the tendrils of what is part of you kind of reaching towards Audrey.
You feel the strain in her throat as she screams.
I'm going to push back.
Okay. Give me a dark matter roll.
I don't have that on my character sheet.
Yeah, that's not fair.
83 under 95.
Okay. Audrey, you feel this knife pushing in, and then the hand just stop, and as you kind of fall back and you fall off the blade, and this figure's still, it's like the knife is fixed, and you see he leans forward, he grabs his other hand, and he puts both hands on the blade, which is now out of your body. You're falling back on the ground, and you see the dagger there. You see a adult man leaning forward, all of his weight on this dagger, which is just in space in front of you.
It looks like some like a mime
A mime.
with the immovable object thing.
Yes. What do you do?
Oh.
Oh, wait, no. Fuck you. You're not done. Buckholz.
I wait my turn. How about that?
I dip back behind that cover, rack the shotgun, and wait for somebody else come through the smoke. I'll probably wait like 10, 15 seconds to see if he hears or sees anybody coming this way.
You hear a voice call out. It says, "Hello, agents? Officer Buckholz?"
Not a sound. Buck knows he has the advantage. Be on the other side of the smoke. Anything has to come through. He's going to see it poking through the smoke first.
Okay. Pearson, you're looking up at this knife in space, this figure leaning on it. Atticus there, beyond you, standing. You see he just kind of has his head tilted.
She disregards all of the extraordinary circumstances and lets out this yell. Ah! And she like gets up, runs, and just goes to dig this knife into this person's head.
Okay. Give me a melee combat plus 30 as this figure is sort of locked onto this blade below you.
39. Under 60.
Booyah.
Give me a d6 for damage.
3.
You dig in, this figure already bleeding heavily from the hip, and you just bury the blade right in the back of its neck. And he falls forward and collapses, hanging in air on this blade. Give me a sanity roll.
I can spread the love, baby.
I succeed. 27.
God, fuck
Okay.
all of you.
Take one.
Okay.
What's that D&D item? The immovable rod?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Atticus.
My attention turns to Agent Slater, who I know is in pain. And I think about being by his side.
Okay. Give me a dark matter roll with a minus 50.
Okay. Minus 50 puts me at 45. I got a 52 over 45.
Okay. It seems far.
Okay.
Pearson, as you're looking down, you kind of sweep your eyes and you realize that Atticus is gone.
Drugs, man.
Buck, you hear a noise. It's like a whoosh, whooshing noise. Give me an alertness roll.
Whooshing noise?
Yeah, that I don't like it. I hate it.
Oh, fail.
Okay. It's coming from outside. This. You see the sunlight beyond kind of tinged with orange.
What the fuck? Staying in cover, waiting for anything to break through this, whatever's left of, I'm assuming now fading smoke.
You hold there, shotgun in place. Atticus, you're now Audrey. You look down at this body. It suddenly, with a snap, collapses to the ground. You hear the clatter of the dagger, and thud as it falls on top. You look out through the open doorway, and you see a flicker. And you can just kind of see a portion of the top of the truck, and you see a flame lick up through the tarp,
Oh, good.
through the canvas.
Okay. Great. My turn.
Yeah.
She still has that tunnel vision. She knows that her friends are still downstairs. So she just shakes her head. She painfully pulls off her jacket and ties it tight around her midsection where that wound is. And she's going to grab her pistol that she threw and head downstairs.
Okay. Reloading as you go.
Sure.
Atticus, you're over Slater. Mm-hmm. You feel it reaching, kind of pooling around Slater on the ground.
Okay.
And just kind of resting there.
I try, if possible, to gather it up and... How about this? Is it possible to give some of mine to him?
You don't know.
Okay.
See, I called this when you joined the party. Said you couldn't fight, so you better be a healer from when we get to
That's
the dungeon.
right.
Mm-hmm. Now we're in the dungeon. We
You
need a
can
healer.
I'll try.
Okay. You get a sense of fatigue, of you are aware of that drip now coming fast,
Got it.
and you feel flames ahead raising. Give me a dark energy minus 60.
Okay. 3.
Oh,
03. Okay. Roll a d6.
Cure wounds is D8, Josh.
3.
Take 3 hit points of damage. Slater,
yes, sir.
gain 3 hit points of stuff.
Stuff.
Juice.
You cough on the ground as you roll. You feel this strange, like, tingling heat coursing through your body as you, like, grasp at the wound and, like, push yourself up on all fours, one hand grabbing the rifle. Buckholz,
You want me to roll sanity?
we'll get to you. We're gonna go back to Buckholz. Give me an alertness roll, Buck.
Fail.
You are aware that there is fire outside the door. You know it's the truck. You can not quite feel the heat at this point, but you see just the heavy orange glow, and you see some swath kind of smoke kind of wafting down. Some of it sinking a little bit or pooling up into the opening of this door as the rest kind of billows across.
Where do I see anything in this hallway in front of me?
You don't.
Any corpses?
There's 2 bodies.
Okay, good. I'm going to start making my way towards the bodies to move their weapons away from them. I don't know who can come back to life and heal or what. Now Bug is thinking like, I need to get these guys need to be unarmed.
Okay, you move up towards the last one you shot. It is just torn apart. You kick the MP40, which is like at its feet, back further down the hallway, and then you turn to the other, and it kind of collapsed back on its MP40, and you lean down to kick it. It leans up and grabs at your shotgun barrel.
Yikes.
Give me... You can either try... it's grabbing for the weapon. You can try to pull back, or, not... Basically, you try to resist getting it away and take a... or let it try to grab and then try to take a shot.
Yeah, if you do anything like fight back or dodge, that is your action for
Yes.
the upcoming turn, or for your next action.
I think if it's coming for his shotgun, he's gonna instinctively jump back and try to
Okay.
prevent it from getting his hand on it.
Give me athletics.
Fail.
Okay. He grabs your shotgun, and has it pulled and is pulling himself up towards you. Pearson, you get to the bottom of the stairs. You run out. You see Slater pushing himself up from a pool of blood on the ground as Atticus stands over him. You see Atticus kind of swaying.
She has this confused look on her face, and she sees Al, and she runs over to him and it helps him up.
As you run up to him, you look ahead and you can see Buckholz struggling with a figure on the ground, grabbing his weapon, pulling up towards him.
Audrey thinks two of us can help him better than one, so she's gonna help Slater.
Okay, Slater, give me a sanity check.
Oh, critical failure.
Critical failure?
66
Welcome to
over
the club.
66 over 65.
Join me down here. The water's warm.
Before I lost a sanity point on my cutscene, that would have been a success. But now it's a critical failure. Would have been a critical success, and now it's a critical failure.
Roll a d8.
Oh,
All right.
God. Help me. Please.
Only one.
Mother of fucking pearl.
It's fine.
I rolled 2 d20s.
You only rolled 14 on
That's
2
true.
d20s.
Well, to be fair, I lost sanity trying to recover sanity,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
caused that to be a critical fail.
I will say, as part of the result of that critical fail, you kind of like just are taking your surroundings in and trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Al, get up.
Atticus, give me a sanity check.
No? Did I say no? Oh, for fuck's sake. 14.
14?
Over
Okay.
12.
Easy. It's not. We're not there yet.
You, for a moment, you go and you see Slater like spring comically up from the ground like a high-speed reel.
Yep.
And you see Audrey run past you, and then suddenly like you kind of step forward and you're like with them and you shake your head.
Okay. Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
You already went, Dan.
Yeah, I already went. I put my hand on Audrey's shoulder, and I say, "There's another left. 2. Do I know that? 2. From my last accounting.
Yes, 2.
That's all he says.
She has this confused, confounded look on her face.
You feel distance with one of them.
Okay. One of them is leaving. We have to hurry." His voice sounds drawn and strained.
Buckholz, this figure, as you watch, it leans up. You see the rifle hole through its chest closing in front of you. It has now both hands on the shotgun. He's pulling himself up towards you. He's now up, kind of crouched, and you feel him trying to rip the shotgun out of your hands.
He can have it. Buck is going to let go of the shotgun to sort of throw
Nice.
him off balance and
Okay.
take one step back and draw his 1911.
Okay.
Awesome.
Swag.
All right. Give me a dexterity times 5. If you make the roll, I'm going to let you take a snapshot.
48 under 60.
Okay. Give me a firearms.
64 under 65 again. Holy shit.
Incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there.
Jesus Christ.
What do you have? A 38?
The 1911.
1911 45
1911?
caliber. Yeah, I
All
think
right.
it's D10.
1911.
It says the
What is that? I call that.
it says the 1911 A1 is medium.
I would disagree, but hey, I didn't read the game. D10.
Minimum 1 damage.
Oh,
All right. Audrey.
Can I see clearly this
Yes.
melee that's happening?
Yes.
I have a clear shot.
Not super clear. Buckholz is kind of between you and the figure. You can take a shot with a minus, and a critical fail is going to go really bad.
Okay. She sees Slater. She says, "Al, get up." she's going to take just a few steps forward and then sort of, again, like her leg is in severe pain.
Okay.
And she braces her side against sort of the wall and is going to aim.
You're going to take the aim action?
I'm going to take the aim action.
Okay. Slater.
I'm kind of out of the daze a little bit, and I can see what's going on.
Yep.
On my feet. I'm guessing the rifle's probably on the ground. I'm going to start moving towards Buck, and I'm gonna take a shot as I move towards him.
Okay.
Same situation, I assume.
Yep.
But I think he's not really thinking super clearly. But
okay.
Instincts of a soldier kind of kick in.
Give me a firearms minus. You got a rifle?
No, the rifle's on the ground.
You're pulling your pistol.
I'm pulling my pistol and walking
Okay.
towards him as I shoot.
Give me a firearms minus 30.
Ooh. That's a 7.
There it is.
Yeah. That's a success, by the way.
Okay. He will not try to dodge. Pistol?
Yeah, I assume I have the same type of pistol as Audrey.
D10?
What is yours?
Hell no. She has a 38
She has a-
super.
Okay. What's...
Do you
D10.
have you use a D10?
It's essentially it's a Colt, like
Yeah.
1911
Oh, yeah.
model.
That's
If
what I
you
wrote
probably
down.
have the same one.
Yeah.
Hers is a dark gunmetal gray with a mother of pearl
Oh,
on the
fine.
grip.
Well, what's the damage die?
D10.
10. It'll look good doing it, right?
A 1.
These you both take these shots, Buckholz and then Slater, glancing blows off one shoulder, then off the side of the leg, and the figure just whips the shotgun back around, points it at Buckholz, and shoots. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Atticus.
You see this.
You see this happening
In real time.
in real time.
I don't have many tools to prevent this.
What is real time? man?
Really? You know,
Oh, really? You can
skill
teleport
that no
and
one else
save
has on their
Audrey.
character sheet.
I don't know if I can access
Stop
it
at
anymore,
knife.
but Josh, I'm kind
You
of
feel drawn.
yeah. I think my action before that, my planned action had been to have Atticus just stand there staring at his hands, and now like his awareness of what is actually occurring, he's going to try, and this is what he's thinking in his head. He's going to try and just grab the muzzle of the shotgun and move it to the side.
Dark matter minus 60.
Yeah, because Zawicki had a short burst of energy and then
3 again.
Three.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to give a minus 20 to the firearms
okay.
of 65.
Okay. Very transparent GM, Josh.
See
is.
an 8.
Boy. Yeah.
16.
It's in the teens.
Didn't see the 10.
Shotgun. Point blank range on Buckholz. 2d10.
Buckshot?
See? I had a cool scene before I
16 damage.
dead.
Oh my
Buckholz is a splatter on the wall.
Buckholz.
dear fucking Lord.
It's -5, just in case you were wondering.
Jesus.
This figure falling back, staggering from these glancing blows, turns the shotgun and kills Sergeant Buckholz. Blasts him square in the chest, flies back into the ground. Audrey, Slater, clear shots. You can both shoot.
Okay.
Atticus, you feel a wash as Buckholz passes through you and into it.
Oh, you get powered up by people dying?
Just in time.
I don't know if I get powered up is the word.
Do you want those shots now, Josh?
Yep. I assume you're both shooting.
yeah.
Yeah. I got a 2.
13 under 50.
Nice.
Okay. He had healed back up to 2.
He had 1 hit point. He had one. When you hit him
Oh my
for
god!
one,
Seriously, I needed to do one more for
He had-
Matt to not
Yep.
die.
He had
Yep.
3,
oh,
and you both did 1.
Yeah.
He doesn't go down at 1.
oh well, we got to roll damage here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 5.
Sim.
You both shoot and then shoot again. You run up and you see the body kind of pulse and then like arch, and it's almost like it was on a rack. It just like snaps back. You hear crack, crunching as the body kind of deforms in front of you, kind of spastically shakes and comes to a stop, and blood just pours through the floor. And we fade to black.
Well done.
Sick. That was awesome.
was awesome.
Holy fuck.
dear Lord.
Title screen on black reads Ithaca Tompkins Airport. The black slowly fades up from the bottom of the screen. We see a DC-3, then another, taxiing down the single airstrip in Ithaca. Camera fades out. It's night. Ringing the airport are soldiers. Green fatigues. Half a dozen trucks sit idling at the entrance to the airport. A black car pulls slowly through them up to the taxiway. The planes come to a stop, ramps are lowered, and men in suits start walking out. Soldiers surround everything. You see other men walking out, eyes looking around, sidearms drawn. Open the door of the car, and 3 figures step out one at a time. We see Agent Alan Slater kind of hobbling forward, leaning heavily on a cane, matched in similar fashion by Counselor Audrey Pearson. And finally, Dr. Atticus Kane steps out. You stand along the side of this car as this group of figures kind of moves towards you and around. Some of them move to waiting trucks. 3 figures walk towards you. Agent Benning walks forward and kind of leads the way, reaches forward and shakes each of your hands seriously in turn, and steps back to the side as the 2 other men, one 4 stars on his shoulder in an army uniform, the other, what's the guy name? The other, Director J. Edgar Hoover.
Did you just look up J. Edgar Hoover's name?
I had a
You're like,
mind
what
fart. Step forward. There's a din of motion around you. Men unloading equipment from these aircraft, bringing it over to trucks, soldiers moving back and forth, loading and unloading gear, and you're sort of in this pocket around you, a little protective cordon around. Director Hoover says, well, Agent, Counselor, Doctor, tough assignment. It seems that we sent the right team. Well done. We had to pick up the pieces.
She was sort of Pearson, sort of 1,000-yard stare, looking at the men, but not at them. There's nothing sort of behind her eyes. And she just looks, everything's there, Director.
Very well. We had the dam under watch. I understand that the documents are gone completely. And this man, Zwicky?
He has passed away.
So all of this, we have nothing to show for it. I mean, the nation applauds you. Your efforts, the cell. We have some questions. We have a thorough debrief back in Washington, of course. What the hell was Dr. Zwicky up to?
He was trying to understand the universe.
Is that right?
Sir, if I may, quite honestly, it doesn't matter what Dr. Zwicky was up to. What's important is that the Nazis were after it, and they didn't get it.
Turn on the radio today, Counselor?
Yes, sir.
We'll see how the updates go. But as I understand, the Fallschirmjäger have a pretty good foothold in London, and they've seized the southern beaches. Reports of incredible German activity, quite beyond what our intelligence reports had to state.
Her eyes are downcast.
Atticus looks pale.
What of Project North Star? I'll follow up with Dr. Gibbs. Nothing to offer? What were the Germans after exactly?
It seems like the Germans had already arrived there.
If it explains half these goddamn reports we're getting, can you replicate it, Dr. Kane? It's all gone, is it not?
While his direct research may be gone, the ideas are not lost. We have work to do.
We're playing catch-up.
Sir, whatever it is that Zwicky was doing, they've already done it. They've done it at least twice. Who knows how many more of those things are landing on the beaches of London.
I can tell you what to look for. We know how Zwicky attempted to make the crossing himself.
Well then, we've got some catch-up to do. The Brits will give them hell. But I fear it's going to come down to that ocean between us and them. And it's only going to hold so long. Get yourselves on the plane. We've got work to do. The camera fades upward. We now get a sense of the scale. We see more trucks coming and going. We realize there's multiple convoys in motion. It sweeps over Cornell. We see men in suits moving in and out of these halls, Roshan Hall, Landry Hall, carrying out boxes and equipment. We swoop north past Cayuga Lake, over Cross Lake. We see trucks being loaded from the dam, things being stripped out. We see sweeping back through the town of Ithaca, past the police department where the flags are at half-mast and the officers filing out black stripes across their badges. The sign in front of Ithaca Memorial Church reads, Funeral, Lieutenant Buckholz, Sunday, 10 a.m.
Josh, if I may.
Yes.
Sunday morning, we see the camera pans down on a memorial service, and we don't hear anything, but we see a priest speaking. The whole unit is there. There are townspeople. It's the whole town of Ithaca has come out, and back of the crowd, leaning on a cane, you see Audrey Pearson. She stands for a moment. She tosses her cigarette in the ground and walks away.
Camera sweeps back over to the airport as we see Counselor Pearson, Agent Slater, and Dr. Kane loading the one DC-3 with Director Hoover that starts motoring up the runway, speeding up into the night sky, and the screen fades to black. And so ends Phase 1 of the Ithaca Project.
Let's go. Alternate universe established. This is awesome. So awesome.
And that's it, boys.
Well done.
Are we going to jump ahead? Phase 2 is going to
Thank you for listening to the Nastygram RPG podcast. This has been the Ithaca Project. Our intro music is Walkin' with Michael Douglas by Wilhelm Scream. Outro music, Dark Ritual by Adrian von Ziegler. All scores by Adrian von Ziegler and Antti Martikainen. If you enjoy the show, please take the time to give us a rating, tell a friend, and find us and interact with us on the webs. We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, email, Reddit, all that shit. And of course, see you next Tuesday.
That's nasty.
What do you think your powers are going to be? What are you hoping for?
I don't know. That's
Maybe,
a great one. Teleportation.
Fire.
It'd be cool if you could just rapture these motherfuckers off the face of the planet. Wrap this up. Be out of here by 10.